Welcome back to Invest, my quants, the channel where we teach you everything you need to know about the economy and how to invest. Today, we're talking about President Trump's favorite word, tariffs. Tariffs are taxes on imported goods. Governments implement tariffs to make foreign goods more expensive for consumers. This protects domestic industries from foreign competition. Essentially, tariffs are a tool used to regulate international trade. Tariffs have been a part of economic policy for centuries. Understanding tariffs is important for comprehending global trade dynamics. The impact of tariffs extends beyond economics, influencing international relations and domestic policy. In the late 19th century, President Rutherford B. Hayes faced a dilemma. The U.S. economy was recovering from the Civil War, but industries faced stiff competition from cheaper European imports. Hayes, a Republican, favored protectionism. His administration, however, faced opposition from Democrats who supported free trade. The resulting tariff debates in Congress were contentious, reflecting the deep divisions over trade policy. Ultimately, Hayes signed into law a new Tariff Act in 1883 that maintained relatively high duties on many imported goods. Tariffs function by increasing the price of imported goods at the point of entry. For example, if a foreign car costs $20,000 and a 10% tariff is imposed, the price for importers rises to $22,000. This price increase makes the imported car less competitive compared to domestically produced cars. Domestic producers benefit from this price advantage as their goods appear relatively cheaper to consumers. However, the increased price is ultimately borne by consumers who have to pay more for both imported and domestic goods. The imposition of tariffs has both positive and negative consequences for an economy. On one hand, tariffs can protect domestic industries, encouraging local production and job creation. One way you can help job creation is by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. They can also generate revenue for the government, which can be used for public spending. However, tariffs can also lead to higher prices for consumers, reducing their purchasing power. Additionally, tariffs can invite retaliation from other countries, sparking trade wars that harm global trade and economic growth. Section 5. Advantages of tariffs. Protecting domestic industries. One of the primary arguments in favor of tariffs is their ability to shield domestic industries from foreign competition. By making imported goods more expensive, tariffs create a more level playing field for domestic producers. This protection can be particularly important for nascent industries that are not yet equipped to compete with established foreign firms. Moreover, tariffs can incentivize domestic production and job creation in protected industries. With reduced competition from imports, domestic firms may expand their operations, leading to increased employment opportunities. Section 6. Disadvantages of tariffs, costs to consumers and retaliation. While tariffs can offer some benefits, they also come with significant drawbacks. These drawbacks can have far-reaching consequences that affect not only the economy, but also the daily lives of consumers and businesses. Understanding these disadvantages is crucial for making informed decisions about trade policies. One of the most notable disadvantages is the increased cost to consumers. When tariffs are imposed on imported goods, the prices of these goods rise. This means that consumers have to pay more for the same products they used to buy at lower prices. When tariffs are imposed, consumers face higher prices not just for imported goods, but also for domestic substitutes that are now shielded from competition. This lack of competition can lead to higher prices for locally produced goods as well, as domestic producers may not feel the pressure to keep prices low. Additionally, businesses that rely on imported raw materials or components may face higher production costs due to tariffs. These increased costs are often passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices for finished products. This can affect a wide range of industries from electronics to automobiles, making everyday items more expensive. Furthermore, tariffs can lead to retaliatory measures from other countries. When one country imposes tariffs, its trading partners may retaliate with their own tariffs on that country's exports. This tit-for-tat escalation can create a hostile trade environment, making it difficult for businesses to operate smoothly across borders. When one country imposes tariffs, its trading partners may retaliate with their own tariffs on that country's exports. This can lead to a cycle of retaliation, where each country continues to impose more tariffs in response to the other's actions. This cycle can be difficult to break and can lead to long-term damage to international trade relationships. This can escalate into a trade war, disrupting global trade flows and harming economic growth for all countries involved. Trade wars can lead to uncertainty in the global market, causing stock markets to fluctuate and businesses to hesitate in making investments. The overall impact can be a slowdown in economic growth, affecting jobs and incomes worldwide. Therefore, while tariffs may seem like a tool to protect domestic industries, their broader implications can be quite detrimental. Section 7. The precision of targeted tariffs, focusing on specific sectors. When considering the use of tariffs, policymakers often differentiate between broad tariffs and targeted tariffs. Broad tariffs are applied uniformly across a wide range of imports, while targeted tariffs focus on specific sectors or even individual products. Targeted tariffs offer greater precision in addressing trade imbalances or unfair trade practices. For instance, if a country suspects dumping, where foreign companies sell goods below cost to gain market share, it can impose targeted tariffs on those specific goods to counteract the unfair pricing. Section 8. The perils of broad tariffs, unintended consequences and trade wars. While targeted tariffs can be used strategically, broad tariffs carry a greater risk of unintended consequences. These tariffs, which apply to a wide range of goods, can disrupt the delicate balance of international trade. They often lead to higher costs for businesses that rely on imported materials, which in turn can result in higher prices for consumers. This can reduce the overall demand for goods and services, slowing economic growth. By impacting a wide range of imports, broad tariffs can distort market signals, leading to inefficiencies in resource allocation. Companies may be forced to shift their supply chains, seeking alternative sources for materials, which can be both time-consuming and costly. This can lead to a misallocation of resources, as businesses invest in less efficient production methods or more expensive suppliers. The ripple effects can be felt throughout the economy, affecting everything from employment rates to stock market performance. Moreover, broad tariffs are more likely to provoke retaliation from trading partners, potentially igniting trade wars that harm all parties involved. When one country imposes tariffs, its trading partners often respond in kind, leading to a tit-for-tat escalation. This can create a hostile trade environment where cooperation is replaced by conflict. The resulting trade wars can disrupt global supply chains, increase costs for businesses and consumers, and strain diplomatic relations. The Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930, which imposed high tariffs on a vast array of imports, is often cited as a prime example of the dangers of broad tariffs, as it exacerbated the Great Depression. The act led to a significant reduction in international trade, as other countries retaliated with their own tariffs. This deepened the economic downturn, leading to widespread unemployment and hardship. The lessons from this period highlight the importance of carefully considering the potential consequences of broad tariffs and the need for a more nuanced approach to trade policy. Section 9. Conclusion: Tariffs, a tool for economic strategy. Tariffs, as a trade policy tool, have been a subject of debate for centuries. They are essentially taxes imposed on imported goods, designed to make these goods more expensive and less attractive to consumers compared to domestic products. This can help protect local industries from foreign competition, allowing them to grow and develop without being undercut by cheaper imports. While they can offer protection for domestic industries and generate government revenue, they also come with costs, including higher prices for consumers and the risk of trade wars. Higher prices can lead to inflation, reducing the purchasing power of consumers and potentially slowing down the economy. Trade wars, on the other hand, can escalate quickly, leading to a tit-for-tat cycle of retaliatory tariffs that can harm international relations and global trade. The effectiveness of tariffs depends on various factors, including their scope, the targeted industries, and the broader economic context. For instance, tariffs on essential goods like food and medicine can have a more significant impact on the population than tariffs on luxury items. Additionally, the economic health of the country imposing the tariffs and the countries affected by them plays a crucial role in determining the overall outcome. Targeted tariffs, when used strategically, can address specific trade concerns. For example, they can be used to counteract unfair trade practices such as dumping, where a country exports goods at a price lower than their market value to undermine local industries. By imposing tariffs on such goods, a country can level the playing field and protect its domestic market, while broad tariffs carry a greater risk of unintended consequences. These can include supply chain disruptions, as businesses that rely on imported components may struggle to find alternatives, leading to production delays and increased costs. Moreover, broad tariffs can provoke strong reactions from trading partners, resulting in strained diplomatic relations and potential economic retaliation. Ultimately, policymakers must carefully weigh the potential benefits and drawbacks of tariffs when formulating trade policy. They need to consider not only the immediate economic impact but also the long-term effects on international relations, domestic industries, and consumers. A well-thought-out tariff policy can support economic growth and stability, while a poorly designed one can lead to significant economic challenges and geopolitical tensions. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more investing content.